Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 anticipated reads of 2025. Okay, so I'm losing lighting. It's in and out. It's Ohio in December, so I don't know what to tell you. I have my computer here, so I can give you guys the dates of when these come out. I'm going to go in order of publication release. And tell you a little bit about why I'm excited about them. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first one out is A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young. So Adrienne Young, this is her third adult title. I gave both her other two books 5 stars. They were Spells for Forgetting and The Unmaking of June Farrow. She has such beautiful atmospheric writing. Her stories just completely engulf me, and I love her for it. She has a little bit of magic, not quite fantasy, but some magical realism in it. But she has a great plot in her books. Her characters are also very fleshed out, very real, very relatable, even though there is that little fantasy component. But anyways, I can enter a giveaway for this one. Let me do that real quick. But yeah, so I cannot wait to get my hands off of this, on this book. And let's see, it comes out, bear with me, my computer's acting slow. Of course it is. It releases January 25th. We have a woman who's investigating her brother's mysterious death. It says, of course, haunting past in this atmospheric novel, exactly what I was just talking about. It says, the only thing James and Johnny Golden have ever had is each other. For as long as she can remember, James's deep connection with her twin brother, Johnny, has gone beyond intuition. She can feel what he feels. So James is a girl. Interesting. That's an interesting name for a girl. So there's some tragic accident. James knows before her phone even rings that her brother is gone and that she is alone, truly alone, for the first time ever in her life. I don't want to keep reading this, but I'm sure she's going to investigate what happened to her brother. So that comes out January 7th. Sorry, not January 25th. January 7th of 2025. I'm going to have to be careful with that. So there's that one. Okay, the next one that I'm really excited about coming out on January 14th is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I love me a good Alice Feeney book. I haven't given all of her books 5 stars, but I have enjoyed my reading experience with all of her books, so definitely auto by author for me. She has a lot of twists and turns, but Beautiful Ugly, let's see what this is about. So Grady calls his wife to share some exciting news as she is driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes, get out of the car, and then nothing. When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, the headlights are on, the driver door is open, her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared. Okay, so I love the disappearance trope. A year later, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened to Abby. He can't sleep and he can't write, so he travels to a tiny Scottish island to try to get his life back on track. Then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. Wives think their husbands will change, but they don't. Husbands think their wives won't change, but they do. Ooh, this sounds really good. So, doesn't sound like something I haven't read before. I mean, we have a missing wife. That happens. Seeing someone that you swear is your wife. I've read that before as well. But I'm excited to see what Alice Feeney does. Highly anticipating this one. Okay, now if we were going in order of how excited I was, this would be number 1. But because we're doing publication order, the next one on this list is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. You guys, book 3 in the Empyrean series. It's expected out January 21st. I've already pre-ordered this. As soon as it comes out, I am reading it. I will drop all my other plans and read this book. I cannot wait. I can't get into what it's about, obviously, but this is book 3. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame were both 5 stars. They were tied for my favorites of 2023, so I can't imagine not loving this book. I cannot wait to see what happens next in this series. So that one is, January 21st. Okay, the next one coming out on February 18th is The Quiet Librarian by Alan Eskens. You guys know I love Alan Eskens. I have talked about his writing and his books on this channel a lot. This one seems a little bit different to me than maybe some of his other ones. I'm not sure, but it says, after the murder of her best friend, a librarian's search for answers leads back to her own dark secrets in the sweeping novel about a woman transformed by war, family, vengeance, and love from award-winning writer Alan Eskens. So this is reading a little bit more like a historical fiction to me. I love the trope of a librarian, a book that has books in it and librarians in it and bookstores. That always hooks me. So it takes place, she's a middle-aged librarian, she's in Minnesota. A detective arrives with the news that her best friend has been murdered. And so that kind of picks up the past. You flash back to 30 years before when she's a teenager growing up in the mountains of war-torn Bosnia. I don't want to keep reading anymore, but it sounds like we have two storylines. We have a little bit of historical fiction, mystery, secrets, revealing the past. And so I don't want to read anymore, but it already has 76 ratings here, you guys, at 4.55 average rating. So I know it's going to be great. February 18th. Okay, next one. This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. Yes, please. Another Ashley Winstead. She is a queen. I cannot wait. This one comes out March 25th. Let's find out what it's about. Now, there are a lot of books that are releasing in between these that I'm also excited about, but I wanted to go with my top 10 for this video. So, I will have videos throughout the year in 2025 where I talk about all the releases that I'm looking forward to in each month, but these are my top 10. Okay, so This Book Will Bury Me, coming out March 25th of 25. I cannot wait. It's the most famous crime in modern history, but only she knows the true story. After the unexpected death of her father, college student Jane Sharp longs for a distraction from her grief. She becomes obsessed with true crime, befriending armchair detectives who teach her how to hunt killers from afar. In this morbid internet underground, Jane finds friendship, purpose, and even glory. So, when news of the shocking deaths of 3 college girls in Idaho takes the world by storm and sleuths everywhere race to solve the crimes, Jane and her friends are determined to beat them. But the case turns out to be stranger than anyone expected. Details don't add up, the police are cagey, and there seems to be more media hype and internet theorizing than actual evidence. I don't want to read anymore. I love an amateur sleuth. That's really cool. And it's Ashley Winstead. Nothing I have read by her has not been a 5-star. So I'm very excited about this one. All right, what's next? Let's see if I can fix this lighting. Okay, I turned on my lights. No, this isn't the best lighting. I don't know. Sorry about the lighting changing, but I think this is a little bit better for you guys. Okay, so let's see. What's next? Okay, so the next one is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This comes out April 1st. I will pre-order this. I am so excited to read it as soon as I get it. I can't imagine it not being a 5-star. This one, of course, well, it's a romance. It looks like we have the male lead. His name is Xavier, and he is a gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Okay. It looks like Samantha meets him, and he's gorgeous. However, she doesn't like him. It looks like this might be a hate to love, it looks like. It says, after one incredible and seemingly endless date, possibly the best in living history, Samantha is forced to admit the truth, that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her, to remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as that may be. Only no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to forget that something that's between them. And the only thing better than one single perfect memory is to make a life and even a love worth remembering. So maybe they have a one-night stand, or a one-night weekend and go their separate ways and find each other later in life. That's what that sounds like to me. But Abby Jimenez is queen, and she can do no wrong. So yes, please on that one. All right, next one. I feel like I've been waiting forever for Emilia Hart to come out with another book. The Sirens releases on April 1st as well. And this cover, you guys, it's so pretty. So February 13th, this one comes out. Or maybe it's the 1st. I'm getting mixed things on here. But in February, we're getting The Sirens by Emilia Hart. It says, a story of sisters separated by hundreds of years, but bound together in more ways that they can imagine. 2019, we have Lucy, who awakens in her ex-lover's room in the middle of the night with her hands around his throat. Oh my. Horrified, she flees to her sister's house on the coast of New South Wales, hoping Jess can help explain the vivid dreams that preceded the attack, but her sister is missing. As Lucy waits for her return, she starts to unearth strange rumors about Jess's town, tales of numerous missing men spreading over decades. A baby abandoned in a sea-swept cave, whispers of women's voices on the waves, all the while her dreams start to feel closer than ever. Then we're following Mary and Eliza in 1800. They are torn from their loving home in Ireland and forced onto a convict ship heading for Australia. As the boat takes them farther and farther away from all they know, they begin to notice unexplainable changes in their bodies. A breathtaking tale of female resilience, The Sirens is an extraordinary novel that captures the sheer power of sisterhood and the indefinable magic of the sea. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. I love the sea. I love books about sisters. This is going to be amazing. And this cover so far is my favorite cover I have seen that's coming out in 2025. Okay. We have 3 more. Number 8 coming out in, I don't know yet. Hold on. The number 8 title is Great Big Beautiful Lie by Emily Henry. So Emily Henry is my other romance author that is a go-to. I've given everything I've read by her 5 stars. This comes out April 22nd. Don't care what it's about. I'm going to read it. It's about writers. Oh, yay. 2 writers compete for the chance to tell the larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple of plot twists up her sleeve in this dazzling and sweeping new novel from Emily Henry. Okay, let's see. You're finding out what this is about along with me. Alice Scott, she is very optimistic, waiting for her big writing break. And then we have Hayden Anderson, who is a Pulitzer Prize winning human thundercloud. Well, that's one way to describe a human. They're both living on a little crescent island for the same reason, to write the biography of a woman no one has seen in years. Okay, tragic heiress, former tabloid princess, and daughter of one of the most storied and scandalous families of the 20th century. So this Lady Margaret, she invites them both for a 1-month trial period, after which she'll choose the person who will tell her story. There are 3 things keeping Alice's head in the game. 1, Alice genuinely likes people, which means people usually like Alice. She has a whole month to win her over. 2, she's ready for this job and the chance to impress her unimpressed family with a serious publication. And 3, Hayden Anderson, who should have no reason to be concerned about losing this book, is glowering at her in a shaken to the core way that suggests he sees her as competition. But the problem is, Margaret is only giving one of each of them pieces of her story, pieces that can't swap to put together because of an ironclad NDA and an inconvenient yearning pulsing between them every time they're in the same room. And it's becoming abundantly clear that their story, just like the tale Margaret's spinning, could be a mystery, tragedy, or a love ballad, depending on who's telling it. Oh my gosh, this sounds so good. It kind of makes me think of like Beach Read, right? We have, is that the one where the 2 writers are competing? Or book lovers? I can't remember. But this sounds similar, but really different too. I am excited for this one. Okay, I'm going to stop saying I'm excited. All right, this is proving to be quite a long video. I apologize. Okay, 2 more. 2 more, last but not least. Okay, the next one is coming out not until June. We have a while, you guys, but I cannot wait. We have a new book by Victoria Schwab, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This one is about vampires. Oh my gosh. I love books about vampires. And V.E. Schwab, are you kidding me? This is gonna be so good. We are following 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. Oh my God, even the description is beautiful. One grows high and one grows deep and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. So we have 3 timelines. We're Santo Domingo in 1532, London in 1837, and Boston in 2019. You guys, that's all it says, but I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Okay, last one, number 10, last but not least, coming to us in August 26th of 25. So August is a long ways away as well. But we have a new Stacy Willingham. I know this will be worth the wait. This is called Forget Me Not. This cover is really pretty too. Looks like the front of a car and like tangled weeds. Another mystery thriller, Stacy Willingham. I have loved all her books so far as well. We have a Southern thriller, which I love that. I love Southern Gothic thrillers. Let's see, 22 years ago, Claire Campbell's older sister, Natalie, disappeared on her 18th birthday. Days later, her blood was found in a car, a man was arrested, and the case was swiftly closed. In the decades since, Claire has attempted to forget her traumatic past by moving to the city and climbing the ranks of an investigative journalist, until an unexpected call from her father forces her to come back home and face it all again. I don't want to keep reading. I'm worried I want to kind of go in blind. So Stacy Willingham can do no wrong in my eyes as well. And that's Forget Me Not, coming out in August. So there you have it. Those are my 10 most highly anticipated reads of 2025. I hope some of these you guys add to your TBR, put on your Goodreads shelf, because all of these sound amazing. Again, I know this isn't exclusive. There's a lot more I'm excited about, but these are my top 10. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I put something new on your radar. Happy reading, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.